Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show, the number one spiritual UFO talk show on any social media. I don't care if it's YouTube, Instagram, whatever it might be. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Hey Dubaloo, Richard, Mitzi, Janie, everyone coming in here to tonight's show. Lovely. Welcome to the show, Starfish. Tara, good to see you. Gary Moore, good to see you. Let's see, Karen, Elvira, everybody out there. Gary Haas, everybody coming in here. Good to have you all with us. And there's some interesting things happening in space. There's a lot of interesting things going on in space. The James Webb Telescope, of all things. You know, the James, hey, Dave, good to see you. Tara, thank you for the lightning bolt. The James Webb Telescope has picked up an object that's very large that redirected its movement towards Earth. So this was this big object, they're saying. They don't know what it is, but it's coming towards Earth. It was not coming towards Earth. It redirected its path towards Earth, and they have no idea what it is. And that's probably the first time and probably the only time NASA has ever said anything that is honestly true and not covering it up. So now we know that NASA's watching an object through the James Webb Telescope that's coming towards Earth. All right? But even if this object is a spaceship coming towards Earth, we already know what's happening. Now, the general public might get this public information and say, oh, there's something coming towards Earth that redirected itself towards our planet. I'm not sure, Lady Lou. I'm not sure what it looks like. I'd have to see a picture of it. Marty Lawson, give me the question again. I'm sorry. It might have been that your question was filtered by TikTok. So, Marty, give me your question again right now, and I'll try to answer it if it doesn't get filtered. We're doing really good, and good to see everybody here. Nobody's going to get the commander down here. We're going to help you answer your questions. If I don't see your questions, don't get offended or take it personally, because sometimes they get filtered. Hey, Freddie, good to see you, brother. And Jay, good to see you. Do I have enough followers to come up for you to... you're almost there. You need to get up to 50. So I'm going to have people follow you. I'm going to have everybody follow Ann J. She says, do I have enough followers to come up for you to remove a ET implant that's in her? She has to get up to 50, and then I can help her out. So I will definitely help you, Ann, and I will definitely take the implant out on the show here. And then the other person, let me see here. If I see your hey, Ozzy, good to see you. Hey, I want to thank you for the bolt. Hey, Mercury Man up there in Vermont, good to see you, brother. Oh, it spotted an armada coming towards Earth. Interesting, Eric. Interesting, yeah. I mean, I knew a little bit about what was going on. The fact that NASA even stated that the James Webb Telescope spotted an armada of craft coming towards Earth says a whole lot. In conjunction, hey, high vibes, thank you for that. And we're going to get into that because the thing, if it is an armada of spaceships that's redirected towards Earth, it goes along with everything we're saying about contact. It's taking time for all these different ships to get here from way, way beyond our planet. It takes a long time. It's not like zip, 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 they're here. They're coming from all over beyond Earth. So I would bet that armada is one of many armadas of spaceships that are coming towards our planet. And we have two people on queue. Anna J, let's see if she's getting enough followers. So everybody follow Anna J. She needs 50 followers to come up on the show so I can help her get rid of the implants. Let's see here. Hey, Pugersville, Texas. Hey, Patrick. Betty, good to see you. Gary Haas. Let's see here. Oh, it's not letting you follow? Okay, but people are not able to follow you. I'm not sure why that is. Let me see who's in queue here. AJ, oh, Ann is here, so I'm going to bring Ann. I evidently can bring her up. I just want and AJ will be next if I know what AJ's comments are going to be. You have to be over 18 to be live with me. No kids on the show, no vaping, no smoking, no drinking, no drugs, no paranormal discussion, no politics, and no religion. That's pretty much the rules. So we'll bring Anna J up here. She's going to be our first guest. And we will welcome her to the #1 spiritual UFO talk show, Encounters. Anna J, good evening. Welcome.
Hi there.
Good to have you with us. I think TikTok's changing the rules all the time. So, you're able to come up with 25. That's amazing. I've given up trying to figure out what they're doing with TikTok. But
Okay.
But welcome to the show. And tell me a
Thank
little
you.
bit of history. Yeah, and my audience, a little bit of history as to where you are and when you had something happen with the implants.
Okay, I'm in Michigan, and I've been a stargazer for a long time, and I just want to preface it by saying when I look in the eastern sky, I always see three, I don't know if they're planets or space beings or what, but they're always in the same spot. They form a triangle and they flash red and white. So I've been seeing those for years. Well,
Ah,
about 8 years ago, I woke up in the morning one day and I had like feeling in my abdomen. It was almost as if I was pregnant. I've had 3 kids, so I know what that feels like. And I was like, what is going on? And it was just all this movement in my abdomen.
mm,
And so I called the doctor. I went in, they did an ultrasound, and there was nothing there. But when the doctor pulled up my shirt, there was a huge scratch on my abdomen, which
mm,
I don't know where that came from. That was just a weird thing. And he was like, "How'd you get this?" And I said, "I have no idea." So that was the first time. And then fast forward a few years, I started having that feeling again in my abdomen, and it would come and go. Like I would have it for a day for, a while, and then it would go away for like a month, and then it would come back. So that's been happening on and off since 8 years ago.
mm.
And I feel like there's something in there. I don't know where I think it's like inside. I don't
Yeah.
feel it from the outside, but I feel it
Hmm.
on the inside.
And
And
when you say
it's
you
just
feel it on the inside, whereabouts on your body do you feel it on the inside?
in my abdomen, like
Abdomen,
it moves
okay.
around.
It moves around? Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And I keep having these nightmares where I'm paralyzed and I don't remember anything, but I can't
Mm,
move. I can't move at all. I'm like being held
mm.
down. It's very strange.
And this is constantly happening to you?
It has been since like COVID started. I
Yeah,
started
yeah.
having these really bad nightmares. Yeah. And
Okay.
sometimes I
Hmm.
remember them, but when I'm being held down, I don't remember them. I just know that
Mm-hmm.
I'm paralyzed.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting the feeling that you're being abducted and you're having probably missing time and they're not letting you remember what happened to you.
I believe you. I believe
So
you.
and I feel it's what's happening to you is not right. For people watching this show, I gotta let people know I'm very transparent about what I do. I've been involved in the Ashtar Command as I got older and knew who they were, and I had my own contact experience with the space people when I was a kid. So I'm not a newbie here who's just trying to do things. I have a bit of experience. I've only recently, just to give people background before we start doing something here, only in the last month or two have I been given the ability to remotely remove ET implants in people's bodies. And if you watch my show, there's a number of people here who know I do what I do, and I Don't use any crystal balls. I don't have any pendulums or feathers coming down on me or, cards floating all over the place. What I do is galactically, cosmically, spiritually real. So when you watch this show, yeah, we interview people, we talk about the UFO disclosure, but I'm a little bit more than just a UFO talk show host. A lot more now. So I have a greater responsibility on this show when people are being implanted and abducted. I could stop the abductions and I can take the implants out from my location here and dissolve them and destroy them. And I'm very well protected in the Christ consciousness. So nothing, negative ETs won't come near me. I guarantee it. Or they'll be kicked out of the universe in 2 seconds. So, Anne, what you're saying is, I'd like to help you.
Yes.
And what I'd like to do is proceed. I'm going to go into my Ashtar Command consciousness, which I switch I'm still me. I'm just switching over into a much different consciousness of where I am. And what I'll do is I'd like to have you close your eyes now. And people who are watching the show, our first guest, Anne, I'm going to work with her remotely from where I am. Where are you located?
I'm going to lay down so you can get to my abdomen.
Okay.
If that's okay.
That's okay. Whatever you do to need to be comfortable. What I am going to do here is work in my Ashtar Command mode, and I'm going to take the implant out and destroy it right here, right now on this show. I'm going to destroy the implant. I've done it before with a few people already, and I can do it again tonight. And when I do it, I'm not doing it, for a million people to view this and wow, he's doing this. I'm doing it because it's my mission work. I'm doing it without ego, and I'm doing it because it helps somebody. That's why I'm doing it. Okay, so we're going to have you get comfortable. You're very welcome. When you're comfortable, I'm going to have you breathe in. You're going to breathe out of your nostril. Do this like a couple of times until you're completely relaxed. And then I'll begin to work on finding the implant in the abdomen, and we'll take it out and destroy it. I'm also going to scan your whole body to make sure there's nothing else going on too. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you for everybody who's gifting. I appreciate your gifts and your support.
Okay, I'm relaxed.
Okay. So as you are relaxed now, I'm going to slowly start amping up my palm of my hands. So let me tell you something. If you think I have some device or something, I don't. I use the palm of my hands. I've been activated, and I use the palm of my hands here, and I send the energy from my palm of my hands to that person, wherever they are. I can send the energy right into their house, right at that physical location to that person. And I'm going to do this right now. So we're going to begin. Give me a moment. If you see me closing my eyes, I'm not falling asleep. I'm just very focused on Anne, and I'm amping up the energies to help her. And yes to the apple cider. I'm going to slowly amp up the energies. I start from the head area. And as I do this, I can feel the energy starting to amp up. I can feel the energy around your head. I can feel the vibrational pattern. Tell me when you can feel something. I'm moving my hands around the outer parts of your head area.
My head feels hot.
Yes, that's because I'm shooting beams of energy into your head area right now. Now I'm going to penetrate through the head area, the light energies that I'm putting through the brain. We're going to go slowly down, and I'm doing is cleansing the head area of anything that might have been put in there. I'm slowly going down. And you feel different things, but it'll be comfortable. Now I'm going to look at the abdomen, and when I get to the area where that thing is, let me know. You'll know. Because right now I'm starting to work in that area. And what I'm doing, folks who are watching the show live here, I'm going to take out an extraterrestrial implant that was put in her body by negative ETs, and I'm going to destroy it. And if you're not able to handle watching this, it's nothing gory here. So please stick around. You might learn something.
I feel like movement.
Yes. I'm using both of my hands, shooting energy in that area. Tell me when I'm near the implant, and I will take it out.
I think you're near it.
Okay. Tell me when.
It's on the right side.
Okay, let me go there. I think I'm getting close. I'm on the right side now. I feel something. Feels like something like hard, a little bit hard, not totally. Like I'm pushing against something.
Yeah.
Right there. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I've located it. Give me a second. I'm going to take it etherically from where I am here. And if you don't understand what I'm doing, folks, I'm remotely pulling out an implant in her body. Okay, I got a grip on it. I'm amped up with a lot of light energy on this thing, and I'm going to take it out and dissolve it. I'm going to pull it out now. I'm pulling it out from the right end. You won't feel any pain. You might feel some tingling. I'm taking the whole thing out. Almost. Almost. How's that area feel?
I can feel it coming out.
I'm pulling the whole thing out. And if you think, folks, I'm joking, I'm actually pulling that implant out of her body. Almost. One more thing. I'm putting in a light ball. As I'm pulling it out, I'm putting in a concealed light ball. It can't go anywhere. Now I'm going to destroy it. Give me a second.
Okay.
One more time. Oh, this will be disintegrated, Rick. I disintegrate these implants. I do disintegrate them. Oh. I think I got it almost out. One more. Okay. Give me a second. And we give everything back to the Creator. We don't keep anything. We give it back to the Creator, and it will be disintegrated as I speak. And I do destroy and disintegrate the implants. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to put heat energy in the abdomen. We're going to put healing energy, a light energy around that area, so that next few days that will heal. How do you feel?
I feel good. It's just a weird feeling. I can't explain it.
Yeah, it's no longer in there. I took it out and destroyed it. I'm just putting healing energy of light in there now. So you're going to feel me reintroducing a light energy and also regenerating the cellular structure of that part of the body.
My stomach is making noise.
Yeah. It's just final and clearing the stomach of all residual energies from the implant. I got a lot of heat energy coming in my palms here. I'm really amped up here.
Okay, I feel it.
Amanda Marie, yes, I do. I scan the body. And I'm going to do one more thing. I did all the work on your body, on the cellular structure. What I do with each person after I've taken the implants out and destroyed them, I want you to say these words. They're very important to me, and they'll be important to you. And this is the word. This is going to be the words you're going to say. I am a cosmic, Christed
Christed
being of light,
being of light,
and I will not be abducted
and I will not be abducted
or implanted anymore.
or implanted anymore.
I am free.
I am free.
I am light.
I am light.
And I am beautiful.
And I am beautiful.
All right, sister. And I'm going to put a bubble of invisible bubble around your body.
Yes, please do.
Somebody do that, please. No one's going to be able to see this, but you'll feel the energy as I'm doing it. So close your eyes, please. You should start feeling an invisible shield around you.
Yes.
The shield is to protect you forever. There'll be no one or any ETs that are negative that can come near you ever again. You're well protected. If they try to come near you, the shield will blast them, in a sense, back where they came from, but they won't be coming back. You'll have no more negative ET contact.
Okay.
I'm just making sure the shield is complete and you're all set.
Yeah, my back is heating up.
Yeah. You're going to feel a lot of heat energy. Your whole body's being regenerated, and we're amping you up into a higher vibrational pattern. And that higher vibrational pattern, when you do have contact, it'll be with positive space people. And you're all set. You're good.
Thank you so much. I can't say thank you enough. So, do you think that those lights that I'm seeing outside are good or bad? In the sky.
Know. That's a separate issue. I don't know. What do you feel?
I mean, it's been years I've been seeing them, and they always are twinkling white and red. I don't know. They all three look the same. They are always in the same place.
Mm-hmm. What I would do is, when you go and meditate before sleeping tonight, this is one other thing to make sure that you're having contact with only positive star people that you can say when you see them. If you're people on a ship, if you're beings on a ship that are looking at me and monitoring me, if you are Christed beings of light, do you accept the Christ? And if they respond to you yes, then you have to discern whether they're telling you the truth or not.
Okay.
So that's your homework.
Okay. Thank you so much, Commander. I've been scared to ask you to do it because I wasn't sure, but I'm very thankful.
Well, don't ever be scared. Now you have nothing to be scared about. You're empowered in the light. You're empowered as a person. You are a beautiful being, and will never, ever let any negative ETs bother you again. It won't happen.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, I have to recenter my energy when I do this, so give me a moment. All right, I'm good.
Did you clear out my place that I live in too?
I'm going to do that before you go. I was working on you. Give me a second. Close your eyes again. How big is your house or your place?
It's a 1-bedroom apartment.
A 1-bedroom apartment. That's easy to clear out. So I'm going to do this really quick. I'm going to work on the bedroom, the kitchen area, living room area. Basically, I'm quickly just cleaning out any residual energies over the years from the negative ETs that might have come in there and paralyzed you. I'm amping up all the rooms to a higher vibrational energy. It'll be so high that no other being but star people can visit you. Give me a second.
Good.
If you want to open your eyes for a minute, just so you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to let you see some light energy that's floating in the room you're in.
Okay.
Give me a minute. I've never done this like this before. I'm experimenting with the energies I've been given. So I'm going to try to see if we can manifest the light energies so you can see them for a minute. And you can look around, and if you see any beautiful light energy coming through, let me know. It's going to be very slight.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Okay, and again, I'm experimenting with this. I've not done this before.
But I
But I am
feel it.
Yeah, you'll feel an energy. I don't know if it's something that can be seen. I've got so many things here that I'm trying to test out with my abilities.
Yeah,
But as long as you feel the energy in the room going up, that's probably the most important thing.
I do
Is
feel it. Yeah.
So the room is now cleared, and the energy has been lifted.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. Well, Ann, I want to thank you for being on here as our first guest. And Ann was abducted by negative ETs. I just cleared out the implant, destroyed it, and put protection in her apartment, upped up the energies, and she will never be abducted again.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you,
very welcome, Ann.
everybody who followed me.
Yes, we appreciate that. Well, Ann, I'll let you down. If you ever have any future things, keep me updated. I'm
I
always
will.
here, and I'm always willing to listen.
I will. All right. Thank you, Commander.
All right, Ann, we're going to let
I'll
you
be
down
watching.
here. Okay, I appreciate that.
Yep.
And I'm going to drink some more cider. After doing that, I need to drink some cider. And we have a train coming by, of course. So before I continue on, I just want people to know that on my show here in the last month or two, I've been downloaded with the ability to remotely take out implants, which is, it might sound quite amazingly extraordinary to people that are coming in here, but I am doing it. I've been documenting all these last few weeks, the people that have been abducted and have implants. I've taken every single implant out of every single person I've had on here. And I don't care who's on TikTok with their whatevers they do or whatever, things they throw up in the air or whatever. What I am doing is the real deal. I'm taking out implants that are put in by lower vibrational ETs that people have had in for years or for a couple of years, and I'm destroying them. And I am also doing it on behalf of the Ashtar Command, because I am with the Ashtar Command, and my responsibility is not just being a human being, but also doing my mission work. And now my mission work is not just educating people on disclosure and about the subject at hand here, but about destroying these implants. So when I have people coming up here, and if they truly do have been implanted by negative ETs, I will take the implants out. Unconditionally, I will take them out. And with the implants, you're not going to be able to see me take them out. You're going to have to have a bit of trust here that the people that are coming up, they'll tell you that I took them out. I can't make up the stories, you know. And frankly, I've always had the belief system that it doesn't matter what people believe or not believe. I do what I do. Either you believe me or you don't believe me. That's okay. Cheryl Brown says, Commander, last night something pulled my hair and I yelled. I couldn't see nothing. Cheryl, we'll have to bring you up in a few minutes and I can try to help you out with that whole situation. And we are going to do, and also not just people that have had implants. Not everybody does. If you have implants, it'll be something you feel in your body. Some people have taken the implants out up near the ear area. her implants were near the abdomen, and I took that implant out. People have implants. Some people have it in the leg area. I've had the last 2 weeks of people that I've helped, and I've destroyed the implants, had them in different parts of their body, different parts. So it really isn't any one specific place. But when the negativities have implanted people, some people have been only implanted for the last 2 or 3 years. Some people have had implants since they were 8 years old or 9 years old. So there's no real rhyme or reason or why, but there's many different stories I've heard. Let's see. Little Mesh said, Cesras, thank you, Tahar. I've seen something tonight when I took pictures. It's gone. Interesting. How do I detect implants? Very, very easily for me. Well, it's more easily now for me than when I first started. When I scan a person's body remotely from where I am, I ask them to participate in, meaning they give me an idea what the implant is, then I scan that area and then I say, tell me if I'm close to the implant. When I get close to the implant, to say, okay, it's right there. Then I use my palm of my hands. I start putting the energy of light, the heat light, into that part of the body. I take the implant out and I destroy it. So I can't show you the implant because it's something I destroy. I just destroy it. It just disintegrates. But I do destroy the implant. Could one do it themselves? No. Not everybody is able to destroy their own implants because they're not activated to do that. You know, not that they'll never be activated. They probably someday will. But at the moment, not every human being is activated to know how to even take an implant out when they've been implanted by negative ETs. It's not something everybody can do. Tara says, the day after I did a clearing on you, someone returned my son's stolen phone. Oh, interesting. Well, that's good. Nicole, thank you. I appreciate that. Amanda says, I have one in my head for sure. I can hear it at times. Amanda Marie. Let's see if we can bring her up. Amanda Marie, one in her head. And I'm not trying to make this a whole show about taking on implants, although it seems like it is sometimes. But part of my mission is I have to help people. And if you're a contactee having positive experiences, I want to hear your stories too. Man, a lot of trains coming by tonight. It must be train central. But if you have a positive experience and you're having visitations with star people physically, come up, tell us the story. If you're, a person that has information about disclosure, come on up. If you're a person that is, definitely having visitations of some sort with space people, and you're wherever you are in the world, I want to hear your story. Pixie dust, yes, they can do that to 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, and so forth. Absolutely. And let's see, Amanda, good to see you. Good evening. Look, Amanda just disappeared. I think Amanda got shy. Do you ever remove implants from someone in the same room you're in? Nope, I've never had anybody in the same room who's been implanted by negative ETs. Rob, thank you for the roses. Good question, Sean. Can high vibrational beings, high vibrational beings carry, they said put implant, are you saying pit implants? I'm not sure what that means. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure what happened here. Okay, what happened to the person that was being implanted? James says, I've seen cloaked species amongst us connected to cell tower distribution. Okay, let's see. Greetings to all. Hey, Alicia. Let's see. Sandra, yes, please, positive experiences come forward. And we want to hear the positive stuff too, folks. The overall picture here, that being a spiritual UFO show, is we want to hear from people that are being contacted, having great, beautiful experiences as well. So don't feel like you can't come up here. I want you to come up too. I've heard that the James Webb has, someone said earlier, there's an armada of lights that have redirected themselves towards Earth. And from my understanding, and I was watching some video footage of information about it, that it looks like it's intelligent, or they're intelligent lights, or these lights are ships that are coming towards Earth now. From where they're coming, I don't know. Amanda Marie, where is she? Amanda Marie. No, high vibrational beings don't put any implants on anybody. They're against that. The lower vibrational ETs are the ones who have implanted people, like the Zeta, Reptilian. Those are low vibrational ETs, Carrie. So the high vibrational beings, like the Ashtar Command, they don't put implants on anybody. Tiger Lee says, I believe I have one. Hey, Kabashi. No, I don't have any pictures of implants. I just don't. How do I come up with... Let me see here. I'll share a story from Exeter, California. Marcus will we're going to randomly bring people up. So, be patient. I think I'm going to see who I'm going to bring up next here. I'll bring up Marcus. We're going to kind of mix it up a little bit. Hey, Gazelle. Hey, Linda. Let's see if I'll go back to Marcus here. You have to be over 18. No drinking, no smoking, no vaping, no drugs, no cursing, no paranormal, no politics, and no religion. Let's see if I can bring Marcus up here. And we'll see if we can bring Marcus on the show. This is Encounters, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show. I'm the host of NPR Pacifica Radio on Sunday mornings, Cosmic Eye Radio Show, and the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media. Marcus, welcome to our program.
How's it doing?
We're doing good.
Welcome. Thank you.
How are you? So tell us
I'm
a
doing
little
pretty
bit about
good.
your background. Yeah. Let's,
So
find out.
I've been back. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
So
go ahead.
I'm
Tell
from
us a little
Exeter,
bit about you.
California. I'm from Exeter, California. Made a couple, different moves from here to Oregon to Arizona. Did a lot of studying. I don't know, quite a bit of Area 5150 or Area 151, whatever it was. I'm sorry.
Area 51.
But
Yeah.
anyhow, yeah, and Roswell, New Mexico, and over time, within the last year, I've seen quite a bit of things that I'm very surprised from. Especially when it comes from looking like a triangle, like a light with set as like a triangle figure, basically. I have home cameras, and you could just see instantly like these beings just randomly just like appearing. It's like if they're standing there, but they just started appearing, and and it was very cool. I do not get no bad energy from these beings whatsoever. Sometimes I'll hear something being tinkled with or whatever, and I'll go over there and won't see nothing, but I'll go back inside and you'll see these magnificent just flying objects in the air. And I'm not really sure exactly how tall these beings get, but from my understanding, they get very very, very tall. And so this is all still new to me, and lately we've been seeing like the numbers just calculating and estimating just higher and higher and higher. And like I said, with my encounters, it has not felt bad at all. No bad energy whatsoever. But I'm hearing a lot of different things what people experience. But what I want to know is there more than just is there good ones or bad ones, stuff like that?
Yeah, there are. I mean, I work with the Ashtar Command. I'm from the Ashtar Command. I was a contactee in Long Island back in the 1960s. So I was just your teenage year. And I went upstairs from the kitchen. My brother was 8 years older than me. My mother and father were in the kitchen. I think my grandmother might have still been living with us. I went upstairs for no apparent reason, went right to my brother's room, opened the wooden shades, and there was a flying saucer with windows and a bright glow around the craft, like a radiant glow. And I saw men and women, human, a lot of people on this ship, and they were looking at me, and I would gauge they were probably about 8 feet tall, and I saw what appeared to be teenagers, what I consider younger people. They all looked like young, but younger people. They were all human, looked like
Yeah.
us, and they were telepathic. And they said, "You're not from here. You'll never forget this." They said that you're from off planet, and I didn't know much more than that, and I
Yeah.
never forgot that experience. So I've been a contactee.
Wow.
That was my only visual contact I had all my life that I can remember. But I've had numerous experiences. I've seen 2 large spaceships in Connecticut in the 1980s. But I've seen many, many, many what I call spaceships or UFOs that I know that weren't terrestrial or ours. So I have a lot of knowledge, and so I know about the good and the bad. There is the positive ETs, and then there are the low vibrational ETs that are being taken off the planet now because we're getting ready for contact in 2026.
Okay. And I just wasn't sure about that. Same thing with that story that happened there in Miami. Seen a couple of eclipses and stuff, and
Oh,
it's
the Miami
obvious.
thing. Yeah, we kind of analyzed that, and I feel that some of that could have been. Um, I don't think some of it was real, and I just think there's a lot of other things that were going on there. So we
Exactly.
go to the bigger picture on my show. We look at the whole world, and beyond
Yes.
Miami, there's a lot of things going on. As you start watching my show more, I've interviewed people that have been taken on spaceships, all kinds of stuff here. And this is the show where you're going to find out about contact of all the
Yes.
media. I don't care if they're on YouTube with a big studio with a panel of 4 people with mics. I don't have the biggest studio in the world, but I have the
You're
information.
fine. That's fine, man.
You know?
And you just keep doing what you're doing, and you stay on, you're all about what you're about. You stay on topic about one thing only. And
Yeah.
I really like for what you stand for, man. And I have a lot better of showing than I do telling. But
Hmm.
all I can say is that it has been a very tremendous and blessing to be able to experience these things.
And can you
Like
tell
I said,
our viewers what they look like? Did you get to see images of them? Did they look
uh,
human? And you say they're
they're
tall. What do they look like?
they're tall, but there's also smaller ones too. Not to mention,
Hmm. Oh,
so I'm
interesting.
thinking, yeah. So you could, I mainly seen like these tall, like look older like ones, and they have like how do I explain it? They look just exactly like people have, spoken and came up said, "Hey, you know what? I've seen a being, and
Yeah.
it's not no demon, not it ain't no demon, no nothing like that. These are
Yeah.
their own, they're basically humanoids, is what I would refer
Humanoids.
them to.
Okay. All right. And do they have a certain color to them or a current aura to them when you look at
Uh,
them?
Gray, like a gray appearance. None of them were, never like they always had this either white, gray, or something like
Hmm.
that. Yeah, and sometimes usually it depends if they're right underneath where their ship is. Sometimes you'll see a different light, like a purple or like a green, reddish.
Hmm.
It's very
Interesting.
unique. Yes, and
Interesting.
this is coming from a small town outside of Fresno, between Fresno and Bakersfield.
Okay. So you're out in like a country area, pretty much, correct?
Basically, yes.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense that you would have that. And they seems to be the smaller communities where some people are having these experiences with extraterrestrial intelligence, as you're sharing here.
Yes. And
Interesting.
I just wanted to be able to say, hey, you know what? They're real. They're here. They've been here, and this is nothing new. They've been here, but people just need to that come on your page. Quit going all governmental and all that stuff. This government, we don't want to talk about the government because we got enough to deal with them. This is strictly just
Right.
encounters right here. This is the
Right.
encounter, share the story, and just you know cherish those moments you get to encounter with these beings, because it's rare.
Yeah. And the other thing is, when we do talk about the government, we talk about how they've lied to the public regarding the
Exactly.
existence of life beyond our planet Earth. And the fact is, I've stated it here before with our viewers that we have space people living in our oceans. We have space people living in the city of Telos, which does exist in Mount Shasta. We have space people living in the inner Earth, which is the Agartha network, which people can study. It does exist. And in the subterranean areas. And so there's a lot going on our own planet,
Exactly.
not to mention that there are space people coming now to Earth that are positive human beings that are coming here now. And then we have space people living within our Earth that are here now, that most human beings would not say, everyone's looking to space for the, when the ships make contact, understand there are space people, spiritual beings of light in our planet that will be coming to the surface world once contact is official.
Right.
And that's going to happen. Yeah.
I believe that, brother. And you know what? Thank you for having me on here, man. If you would like to exchange some information, me to send you some pictures and stuff, I would gladly do that.
I appreciate that very much. Keep in touch. I think I am now following you. I just want to make sure I am. Yeah, I'm following you. So you're now a friend of the show. We appreciate you being here. And I thank you for sharing with our audience as well.
Thank you, brother.
All right, Marcus. Thank you, everyone. Marcus, I appreciate you, and we're going to let him down gently.
All right, you guys.
If anybody else has a positive encounter with visitors from another world, we want to hear your story. This is a place where we are disclosure encounters. We're about disclosure. We're the ones making it happen. You out there are making it happen. That's not happening in England. It's not happening with the Pentagon or the Ministry of Defense or the Chinese government. It's happening right here because you're the ones who have to come forward and not be afraid to tell your stories. And by telling your stories, you're documenting the history, a great history that's going to be happening here. When people look back at contact, they'll look at the encounter show and say, oh, I remember telling the commander my story, and now we're contacted with space people from other worlds, and now they're having this beautiful experience. And you will. We just have to be willing to be able. Can you tell us about your space family? Chief Rid Mackerel, yes, I can. So when I was a kid, like I said, started when I was a kid, I really didn't know what Ashtar Command was. I just knew that I saw these space people in a spaceship in a flying saucer, and they were looking at me through a window. And I was right, like looking out the window. There's a cul-de-sac, and that was the first time I saw any space people of any sort as a kid. I can tell you my space family watches the show on monitoring screens. They're watching the show right now as we speak. Whether you believe it or not, folks, they do have a monitoring control system, and I don't think it's like a Samsung big screen or something. Whatever their screen is, they're watching the show. And when they watch the show, I can tell you is I have two sisters, a brother, and a mother and father off planet that are about 8, a little over 8 feet tall, I think. So they're taller than me, and I'm almost near 6 feet, not quite there, but so they're definitely about 2 feet bigger than I am. But I come from, my family is the Ashtar Command, okay, we're going to take this person, and they're going to go bye-bye. The person said, no, I don't think you come from Mars. Now, that person said that, they are now blocked from watching encounters. See, I take the trolls out. I take them out. I took that Rodney out. They're gone. They'll never come back. Good thing I'm host of the show, and I also thank my moderators, Hetty, and other people for, we have some good moderators here, so. But in terms of what you're asking me, Chief, before coming to Earth, I came from Mars, which is a planet of 10 to 15 million inhabitants. And my space family, they are on a spaceship right now watching the show. They're probably not just watching the show. They're doing mission work. And with the Ashtar Command. And they're very loving. They're human, like you are. Very loving people. Very loving people. I'm not sure, Lil, if it says, is walking to loud machine sounds and then to, Missy, stop. And then to loud ringing possible abductions. I'm not sure about that. I'd have to meditate on that. Hey, Johnny, good to see you, brother. Jan, good to see you. Hey, Starseed. So it's, for me, more, hey, Kit Kat, welcome back to the Kit Kat. Good to have you, Gina. So it's one of the things I look at here now is we're getting close to October. And in the next few months, things are going to really start amping up around the planet and off the planet. Okay. Hey, Popper Smurf. So people need to understand that my consciousness has shifted a great deal since, and even in the last year, my consciousness has gone, and Tara, thank you so much, has expanded. I'm actually finding myself more tuned into space than I am into Earth. Like I live here, I am tuned into what's happening here, but I'm very much tuned into outer space right now. Let me see, Tiger, you should be able to come up if you request it. You have to change your setting, Tiger. Change your setting on your TikTok. You might have to go out first, out of your TikTok, go to your settings and change it to public, because it's not going to let me put you on unless you do that. You have plenty of followers. You need to change your setting. Judy White, good to see you. Let's see. Thank you for the kitty. Thank you for the hanging lights. When are we having our first encounters? So for people asking about that, El Señor de los Plilos, when contact happens, it will be around 2026 officially. So you're going to have to, well, while you're waiting for that to occur, I would encourage you to spend 20 or 30 minutes a day meditating with ambient meditation music, and this will center your energies. And then, like I said, around 2026 is when contact is officially supposed to happen from our space brothers and sisters that are coming here from other planetary systems. Nicole, yes. I'm pretty sure I astral travel a lot. I don't remember anything most of the time. That's the one thing with me. I don't remember anything, but I have a lot of information, so I get a lot of things downloaded. I wish I was able to visually see every time I go off planet from a astral traveling perspective. Is it going to be safe for humans? Elvira, you mean contact? I'm not sure what the question is related to. If you're related to contact, you'll be safe. I'm not sure what your question is related to. Hey, Slayamore, good to see you. Let me see. Yeah, so we're looking at 2026. So Pixie Dust, to meditate, simply, as you learn to do it, you breathe in your mouth and you breathe out of your nostrils 3 or 4 times and make it a practice. And then what you do is, if you want to go on YouTube, you get ambient meditation music and pick the music you like that's meditation music. And then you can start meditating and actually get into a zone of feeling at inner peace. And that will allow you to go into that state of consciousness that is your cosmic consciousness. I think Elvira's saying, I might have to bring you up to get that question. Elvira, we're going to see if Elvira, we're going to bring you up. Can you ask me that question on the show? I think I'll have a better understanding if you do that. So I just sent you a request to come up live. And if you can do that, I'll be able to answer your question better. So if you press the accept button, I'll bring you up here. Good, there she is. And I will do that with people. If I don't understand your question, I might just bring you up on the show here. You're watching Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. Elvira, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. You're on Encounters live on the show. Don't be nervous. I'm the host. So tell me what your question is, because I couldn't quite understand
I just wanted to question if for us that live here on the planet, is it going to be safe for us during these months that's changing?
When we do have contact, before we have contact, one of the things I understand is that there'll be many people taken on what they call arcs. They're not arcs, but they're like circular objects that will be that will go to and will be protected because they're going to be going through some adjustments of the Earth itself to prepare the planet for being a pristine planet again. It will not look the same as it does once it is established in its original form, the Earth, which was a very beautiful planet at one time. So yes, there's nothing to fear if you are taken
Because I've
onto
been
one of these.
frightened, I've been like seeing things here where I live and I can't even sleep.
Can you tell me what you've been seeing?
Yeah, I've been seeing like someone's looking at me in my room, and then my dog keeps looking down. She's just scared, and that's what I think, that like someone's looking at me, in my apartment.
See, I didn't know this. So in your
and
apartment,
I can't even
this is
sleep.
interesting.
I have like already days, 2 or 3 days that I can't sleep. Sometimes I do sleep, and sometimes I can't even sleep.
Where are you located?
I live in California. I live in Indio, California.
Okay, is that a small community or in the desert or something?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you're in the
close
desert.
by close to Palm Desert.
Okay, yeah, you're in the desert area. Yes, I kind of felt that. So this being or whatever in your room, what do they look like? Do you know?
I see like this shadow here at night when I'm asleep. Like I have a night light for my dogs, and I see someone like just a shadow, coming towards my door.
Really?
On my room.
See, I didn't know this.
Yeah, it's been, since everything's changing, I've been seeing that, and I get so scared that I can't even sleep.
I didn't know this. Let me ask you a question. Would you like me to help you?
Yeah.
Have you watched my show and seen what I've done? I can help you, and we can stop that from happening.
Okay.
Okay, so I want you to do, because I didn't know you were having these experiences until
I've been
you just
having
came
some
up
other personal experience with my body too. I went to see my doctor, and I had I don't know if I should say this, public. It's like
No, well, let's be careful. Let's just say let's not get anything that's going to get me in trouble on here. So we'll skip that part of it. But let's
could
just
I say what I feel on my body?
As long as you keep it clean and we don't get into trouble, or just the letter, not the word.
I went to see the doctor to get a mammogram on my breast, and I see something's moving around on my right side breast.
Okay.
Of course,
that sounds to me like you have a living implant in your body.
Oh yeah, and it hurts, and they did a mammogram. They said wasn't nothing, but I always felt that pain, something moving around.
So you feel
this
something.
It's been here for 2 weeks. Started.
2 weeks it started. So
yeah, and I noticed that
in your body?
Yeah, it's on my right hand side.
Okay, we got to do something here. I didn't know this at all about you. So
yeah, because I'm older, and I went to see the doctor because I have to do every year. You have to be, I don't know if every 2 years you have to do this, and I did. They didn't find nothing, but I told the doctor that I had this pressure, something was moving, on my body, on my breast, to left to right.
That's a living implant that the ETs put in you. And I think that being that's watching you was a part of the cause of the implant. So here's what I want to do. And we're going to get rid of that ET too, by the way. I'm going to get rid of that ET that's been bothering you too.
Okay.
And they're monitoring you, but they're not going to be doing that much longer after I get done with it. So I want you to, for folks watching my show, please stick around. You're going to see something that you're going to get educated about. I am from the Ashtar Command. I'm not from this planet. I'm a star seed, as I will use that terminology. I am human, so not to complicate or confuse anybody, I'm human like anybody else, but I'm also not from here. I have been given enhanced abilities by the Ashtar Command to help people. And this only started happening in the last maybe month. So if you stick around, you're going to see something extraordinary. Okay? So, Elvira, close your eyes, please. Get in a comfortable spot. Close your eyes. I want you to breathe in and breathe out of your nostril. Give me a moment. I'm going to switch my consciousness to my cosmic consciousness. I want you to breathe in and breathe out until you feel totally relaxed in a relaxed situation. So I'm preparing to do now is I'm going to scan her. I'm going to scan the area where the actual implant is that's moving around. And I'm going to take the implant out of her body. That's what I'm going to do. You're not going to see the implant. It's not something you can see. It's something I'm going to pull out and destroy remotely from my location. Okay, are you relaxed? Elvira?
Yes.
Are you relaxed?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, very good. So we're going to start with you here. I'm going to start from the head area. And what part of your body is the thing moving in?
It's on the right side of my breast.
Right side. Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to start amping up the energy. You'll start feeling something around your head like a heat energy as I do this. When you start feeling the energy, let me know, please.
Yeah, I'm feeling like hot.
Yes. When I get to that right area, let me know, please, and we'll take out the implant. I think I'm getting close to where it is. Tell me when to stop.
Okay.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay, the implant's right in that area, correct?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to take it out. Give me a second. I'm going to amp up the heat energy, and I'm going to pull it out. I don't even know how big or small it is, but I'll take the whole thing out.
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay, I caught the implant, and it's trying to struggle with me, but it's not going to win anything. I'm going to pull it out and destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, no one here can see what I'm doing. You're not going to see this, people. So there has to be a little bit of trust in what I'm doing here, because what I'm doing is actually real. You're not going to see this on TV, on YouTube, or anywhere. Right here. Do you feel like it's coming out? I'm pulling at it.
Yes.
I'm taking it out. Let me hold on a minute. It's trying to it's trying to stay in, but I am too strong for it. My light energy is too strong for it. I'm going to destroy it in a minute. Almost. One more. One more time. How do you feel now?
Better?
Do you feel anything in there moving?
No.
I took it out. Now let me destroy it. Hold on a minute. I give it back up to the creator. I give it back up to the creator. And I destroy it. And I give it back up to the creator. And it is destroyed. It will never be able to regenerate. It is now destroyed.
Thank you.
I just destroyed the implant, took it out of your right breast. You're no longer now I got to deal with the ET part. So the ET, what does the ET look like?
I just saw something like dark.
It's not like there now, is it?
Huh?
It's not there, is it?
No.
Okay, I'm going to do something to your room and your house. I'm going to put
I
a
live in an
protection around
apartment, a small apartment.
an apartment. I'm going to clear the residual energy in your apartment. Give me a second. Keep your eyes closed. And then I'm going to put a protection shield around your body, but I'm going to clear your apartment first. As an Ashtar commander on Earth mission, I will now proceed to clear all the energy out. Anything that has been, any devices that the ET put in the house, they're going to be destroyed. I don't have to know where they are, they'll be destroyed. I'm not assuming there are any, but just to be safe. So I'm amping up the energies in the room. How does it feel now?
Better.
Yeah, your room's going to be much brighter. The energy vibrations are going much higher, 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 higher.
Mm-hmm.
Your energies are now operating into a Christed frequency, so nothing can penetrate into the Christed frequency. Now I'm going to put a shield around you. Keep your eyes closed for a moment. You're going to start feeling this energy tingling around the head. Tell me when you feel it. I'm putting this shield around you now.
Okay.
Do you feel it?
Yeah.
Okay, your whole body is going to be shielded. Give me a moment. I wanted you to repeat these words after me. I am a cosmic Christed being of light.
I am a
Christed, cosmic being
being of
of
light.
light. Yes. I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I am light.
I am light.
I am love.
I am love.
And I will never be interfered
with
by negative ETs again.
By negative
ETs again. Okay, sister.
Thank you.
You're protected. You're protected. And that negative ET, shadow being, or whatever it was, that ET, it's not going to come back. It knows that I did what I did. It's afraid of me. It's going to stay away from you. I'm actually going to put a beam of light to locate where it is, and we're going to push it out of the planet, and it's going to be forced to go back where it came from.
All right. Thank you very much, Commander.
You're very welcome, Elvira.
Thank
You're very
you.
welcome. I'll bring you down, and you're all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Give me a moment to regenerate here. User Dan says, a UFO was shot down and destroyed over Canada today. Yay? Linda, thank you. So where's that information coming from, User Dan? Where's the information about a UFO being shot down? What's the source of the information? Because I'm in news media. I'm on NPR radio during Sunday mornings for 21 years, so my whole background's news media. So where is that coming from? Oh, that was that was a couple of years ago. That's old news. That wasn't new. That was like a couple of years ago when the drones were coming from China. That was all Yukon territory. There's nothing shot down. That was a couple of years ago. It's old news, basically. Old news. It's okay, Dan. You didn't know that, but yeah. So you're watching Encounters. I'm glad to see everybody here as usual, all the new people finding the show. You're watching the number one spiritual UFO talk show on social media, and I'm not your regular UFO host wearing a suit and tie talking about the bolts on a spaceship. I don't do that here. We get into the real stuff. You know? Who here has had positive contact? Now we have almost 300 people here, which is normally the way it is on my shows. Anyone out there having, beautiful contact with space people that's never been on the show, tell me who you are, where you are. I'd love to have you on here. So who out there who's new has had any contact? Anybody? I'm very familiar with CmdrAleon and Bashar. Gen X 222 says she has. Scott Clem says he has. I'm going to be very random. I'm going to go with Scott and then Gen X. So I'm going to bring Scott up. You got to be over 18. No smoking, no vaping, no drinking, no drunks, no cursing, no politics, no religion, no paranormal discussion. We'll bring Scott Clem up as our next guest on Encounters. And let's see here. And please, Scott, tell us where you are on the planet. We're going to bring you up now. You just have to press the accept button. We should bring you up live. Everyone, welcome Scott to Encounters here tonight on the show. And here we go. Hey, Scott, welcome to Encounters.
Hello. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you well. Whereabouts are you?
I'm actually in Kentucky.
Oh, great. We have a lot of people down in Kentucky to watch the show. Tell me about your background and your experience and how things started.
The first, like just UFOs or paranormal.
We don't get into paranormal, but just the UFO stuff.
Okay. The UFO stuff was in 2006. I was taking a walk and noticed this, it's hard to describe, like either an orb or a light, okay? Mm-hmm. That was right above the cloud cover, following me for like 4 blocks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. When I came back outside, it was still right above me and it followed me back home. And I called my mom, first of all, and I was like, hey, there's this thing following me. And I grew up like in hardcore Christianity. And so I came from that kind of background, and so I was thinking it was something to do with that. Does that make sense?
Kind of, but
I thought it was like an angel. Okay, it was my interpretation at the time, because it wasn't like I seen a craft. Okay, it was not a craft, but it was an orb, a light, but it was not like small.
It was big,
very big. But the weird thing that night was the cloud cover was really low and it was right above the cloud. So after I got off the phone with her, I called my roommate. I was like, hey man, I'm on my way back home and there's something following me. And I explained to him what I was experiencing. And so he come running up the road to meet me. And when he walked into the circle where this thing, because it was circling me in like a, say, 200-foot diameter circle. And when he stepped in that diameter, he had like this power, electricity, I'm not sure how to describe it, hit him. It almost knocked him to his knees.
Wow.
And it actually, like if he hadn't have been there and his girlfriend was there and her sister and her boyfriend, I would probably have trouble thinking maybe I misjudged what happened that night. You know what I mean? But they had me test this orb by having me walk across the street and go different places. And everywhere I went, it followed me.
Oh, wow.
And then they asked me, they said, okay, because they were like intrigued, of course, you know. They said, walk in your house. Let's see what happens when you walk in your house, what it does. And so I walked in my house, and then I heard a loud scream. One of the girls screamed, And when I ran outside, I was like, "Hey, what's wrong? What happened?" And she said, "When you went inside, it stopped, and it stopped like
Really?
right over my house." And I know how insane all this sounds, right?
Oh, it's not insane. Believe me. People tell me they're crazy or they're insane. People have to get out of those vocabulary
No, but I've
words.
never told this publicly. I've told this to a
Yeah,
handful of people, okay,
yeah,
that
yeah,
know me. You know what I mean?
yeah.
The only people you tell these kind of stories to are people that know you. Does that make sense? You know that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with that.
But here's the other thing, okay? I felt power, okay? During this whole experience, I felt this power that enveloped me. And it wasn't just something that I experienced because this is one of the other things they were testing out. One of the girls got kind of close to me and the hair on her arm stood up. And she's like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And she backed away and they laid down. And then she got close to me again and they raised up. And
Really?
so yes, it was, dude, it was the craziest. And like I had a ball. It's the only way I know to describe it, in the pit of my stomach during this experience. That was overwhelming. I almost felt sick to my stomach, but it was like the most ecstatic experience that I've ever had as far as the way I
Right.
felt.
Yeah.
So my experience may be way different than everyone else's, but mine was like not negative, like in any way,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
It didn't feel negative. There was no negative things. I felt
Oh,
like
good.
I had this enveloping electricity field all around me is the only way I can describe it.
Yeah. No, I completely understand that.
So have you heard things like this before? I'm curious.
A little bit, a little bit. I mean, when people have their positive encounters with the cosmic spiritual levels, it's different for everybody. And yours, I would concur, is a very beautiful experience.
It
Your
was
story
beautiful.
is,
And
yeah,
everybody around me like experienced that, and
yeah,
saw that. And it was following me and they had me test it. We did that for an hour outside because they couldn't
hmm,
believe it was following me. Because I was like, this thing is, because I called my friend. I was like through the roof, like, ecstatic. I was like, this thing is following me.
it's following you. Yeah,
I
you
was
know,
like through the roof, as far as the
yeah.
way I was talking. And so I get there and they were like, okay, if it's following you, let's see. And they made me walk everywhere and this thing followed me everywhere I went. And then they
And it
had
was,
me,
and it was pretty big, right? It was like, how big would you say it was?
it was big. It was like,
Was it as big
I
as
would say it
as
was,
like a
it
big
was,
as
it
an
was,
18-wheeler?
it was, yeah, and it was in the sky several hundred feet in the air. But like I said, the weird thing about that night was it was a night where there was a very low cloud cover and this thing was like translucent
Oh
and
wow, that's beautiful.
right, but it
Translucent.
was right above the cloud cover, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
So it wasn't like it was identifiable in any way, It was just this light, and
wow,
like it was being, it was disguised through the cloud cover as well.
yeah,
Uh,
wow. I think what I'm getting from your story is that there were very high vibrational space people in that orb, that big orb that's as big as a 18-wheeler.
right?
It's an intelligent craft. I think you have a connection to them now that I've heard your story. I believe there's a space connection. If you've heard the term starseed,
Of
I
course,
think your
right,
connection to that translucent ship, they're it's intelligent beings that are on that ship. Even if you couldn't see them, again, understand these are very advanced people. You're not going to see them as you would see yourself in a mirror.
right.
So they were very connected with you because they followed you, and it was a positive connection. I've starred people, and I think that there's a connection that you have with them. I think
Right.
you have a really beautiful thing
Well, here's the
going here.
thing. I have something to add that might shed light
Hmm.
because I don't think it's a coincidence that, let's see, I think that was in November of '06, or no, that was November of '07, and 4 months later, Christmas Eve actually, of that same year, I had an accident where I died for 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
And I'm still here. Okay.
You're still here.
I died. I mean, literally, I was dead for an hour before the ambulance got me. And then they worked on me for an hour to revive me. And that was, right after that happened. And I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I always found that curious.
Yeah. So I think when you weren't here for that 2 hours, even if you don't remember anything, you might have met the space people.
And I don't remember anything. I don't. I didn't have a near-death experience. Nothing like that.
That's interesting.
Nothing like that.
You could have been actually connecting with the space people that were in that translucent ship, that big orb, and just don't remember it.
Right.
And that's what I think happened. So did the orb happen after you had the 2 hours where you
No, that was before. See.
That was before.
Okay.
Then.
And here's something that might be interesting. Okay. And I was raised in Pentecostal Christianity, okay, to give you a frame of reference. I no longer subscribe to those type of beliefs. But at that time I did, okay?
Yeah.
And me and my best friend, the night before this happened, we were talking, and dude, at that time I lived like a crazy lifestyle. I was a party boy, and we were running around being crazy. And he was like, one night, he was like, I don't believe in God. And I was like, dude, you've never experienced him. That's the only reason you don't believe in him, because and that's why I clarified in the beginning, because I've had multiple paranormal experiences starting when I was 3. And so I said, it's only because you've never experienced anything. If you ever experienced it, you wouldn't doubt it. And all this happened the very next day, and he watched all this. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's pertinent, to maybe not. I find it interesting looking back on it. He had that experience, that discussion the night before,
Yeah. I think it's also, I think that, again, I'm really tuned into reading energy from the story. I think you actually could reconnect with those space beings on that translucent ship. Do you know how to do that?
I'm connected, brother.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yes, sir. I'm connected. I've been manifesting anything I wanted for the last 2 years. I healed a herniated disc and a pinched nerve. I healed the catastrophic brain damage that I received from that 2 hours. Before that, I had a photographic memory, and I lost it. And I lived for 15 years. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Memento, but that was my life.
Not really. I don't know what that is. I've never seen it.
You got to Google it, dude, because that was my memory. From one moment to the next. I mean, you can imagine if you're dead for 2 hours, the kind of brain damage you would have, right? And so, but I lived life like a normal person. I hid it kind of out of shame, but I was grateful. I was grateful to be alive after that, and so I always had a grateful heart. You get what I'm saying? That I was alive, even though how hard my life was and how different it was from being a person with a photographic memory that was the editor of my high school paper and an actor and a writer and all these things, to being reduced to I could, it's hard to describe how humiliating it was every day. And then I healed it.
That's where you have the abilities as a starseed, meaning the definition of starseed. You're not really from this world, but you are of this world. Does that make sense to you?
I'm a shaman, brother. I am the wounded healer who healed himself in more than one way. But that was the beginning. Healing my memory was the beginning of that. And then it was a week after I healed my memory, I herniated a disc and pinched a nerve. That's the way it's the highs and lows of a shaman or a prophet are hard to describe, because you're at the highest heights and at your lowest lows a week later. And it took me 3 months to figure out how to heal that homeopathically and through herbs, which is the old way. And I'm have Cherokee heritage on both sides of my family.
Interesting.
So I've reconnected to all that, and I read a book called Mtakio by Lakota a couple years ago. That kind of, it's been a wild ride. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
But it's been beautiful at the same time. But I think that orb, whatever that was, that experience
it was actually a spaceship. Just to let you know, I'm getting that they want to reconnect with you. I can tell you that if you go to sleep, well, everyone goes to sleep at some point. Just focus on Christ consciousness in your inner consciousness, and just picture the orb in your consciousness. All you have to do is picture it. I know you can. And so when you do that, ask to contact them. Telepathy, you're going to talk like without like lips, like you and I were speaking. You're going to do it through consciousness. You know what telepathy is, correct?
Right, of course.
So you're going to use telepathy with them. Give me a moment. They're wearing, and I get images of them a little bit wearing like a white robe or beautiful space outfit. And there are men and women on this orb, this big ship. They're very beautiful people. You are supposed to connect with them and meditate, and you can connect with them, maybe tonight even.
Well,
you understand?
I do, but now I differ. I may differ. I really don't know what you believe.
I don't come from here. I came from Mars, so I'm a starseed. I was born in the Jewish religion.
Right, I get that.
I've been through Lutheran religion. I've been through the Christianity. I've been through the Catholicism, just to see how people. I don't have any religion except the religion of love.
And I'm the same. And I went from Pentecostal. I was actually an apologist for the Christian faith and studied my whole life to be that. And I studied so much that, of course, I came out of that. And then I studied Buddhism. And I studied every religion. And Hermeticism and Gnosticism is what I resonate with most. But I don't ascribe to any of it because it's all a paradigm. It's all a control system, in my opinion.
Right. I agree. So now I want to refocus on this one thing that they keep telling me. They want to communicate with you.
Okay. Well, I'll be open-minded. Okay, I will tell you that.
Well, you got to be. If you're a shaman, you have to be more open-minded.
Right. No, and I am. And I understand ancestors, and that's a big part of shamanism. And that's how I healed. That's how I healed my memory. I healed my memory through a parasite cleanse. Believe it or not. But here's the thing that I want to preface anything that I say with the way I healed is people need to study I can't believe it just slipped my mind. In all these medical studies, you've got the effect where the placebo effect. Okay, so it's faith. Faith means more than any herb or any medicine or anything we use to heal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't. If they had the ability to remember how to self-heal, they would. But human beings on Earth are not remembering that. Now, some are. There probably are, and I don't know the numbers. I would say over the world, there might be a couple of thousand people quietly that are able to self-generate or heal.
Really? Is it that low?
I don't think everybody knows how to heal. I mean, we will be able to heal our bodies once we have contact in 2026. We're going to learn how to regenerate our bodies, and also everything's going to shift in a year and a half.
Right. I can get that because I've been doing it, and I try to tell everybody about this, and of course I'm crazy, But when you've experienced this, and I've done it multiple times, and anything that I manifest, I never manifest things that I want. I only manifest things that I need. But because I think you can, I think you can manifest. You can be evil, and you can manifest your wants. But I only manifest my needs, and the way it comes out is so unbelievably crazy that you can't even make it up, because it's exactly what your mind desired. Like,
right. But, like, if you want to manifest, first of all, if you operate in a Christed consciousness, if your whole being is Christ consciousness, you will not manifest anything but love. If you are a human being that doesn't know how to manifest anything, you'll attract everything and anything to you like a vacuum cleaner.
I did that. See, I did that for most of my life.
Yeah, see?
I was that. And I've vacuumed everything horrible towards me always, but you attract what you are.
Right.
Once
you learn how to be awakened and liberated into the Christ consciousness, the only thing you're going to be is a beam of light, and the only thing you're going to attract is your star family, people that are of love, and that's all you will attract. But if you don't know how to do it, you will not be able to figure that out until you awaken to the point where you say, wait a minute, what am I doing here? I need to refocus.
Right. But I learned it's not through like effort,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not. That's where people, because I went down a lot of rabbit trails when I awoken from Christianity and all that nonsense, because I had to go down every path, and I went down every path, and there's so much disinformation about how this is done. And you're told to manifest you can have no fear and you have to have complete faith. And none of that's true. But there is a certain level of a knowing that it requires. Does that make sense? There's a knowing and a trusting. And when I say faith, that kind of throws people off. But to me, faith and knowing are like synonymous.
And you can take the word faith and put it in a non-religious 3D thing, because one of the things
I do
always hear that, right? Yeah, and so you're using the word differently. I would, when I say have faith in your ability to expand your consciousness, that's all I'm saying is that person should have faith in themselves, that they have the ability to be in that higher vibrational frequency of the cosmic versus the non-cosmic.
True. But I was at such a level that I needed help. And I think that is there. And because I think here's something I like to say, that I think a lot of people that listen to this and listen to people like me that manifest anything they need and like have abundance in their life, and that it can come across wrong. And cocky and arrogant. You know what I mean? But it doesn't require perfection in your belief or in your methods. Because mine weren't. None of mine were perfect, and I've done all this. So that's how I know, you know what I'm saying? A man with an argument is no match for a man with an experience. And I've experienced this, and I did not do it perfectly, and my life is magical. And I've done this as a single father who has been single for the last 9 years. My daughter's 11. I've had her since she was 2, and I lived in poverty up until 2 years ago. And I did it kind of by choice because I'm a plumber. But once my paradigm changed, my mind, you know what I'm saying, then my whole life changed. Now I live in abundance. We don't live in lack. And anything that you want, you can have it, but you can't come from a place of lack in your thinking. You have to believe that you're worthy, first of all. Because if you don't believe you're worthy, you can't manifest anything. And to me, that's what Christianity has hexed this nation with is the unworthiness, and you're a sinner, and you
Yeah,
need some kind
but
of
that's all.
blood
That's all. That's all.
sacrifice.
That's also part of the 3D concept. And what we're seeing now is all these 3D things that people have had on Earth. I don't care where you are, what you are, or where you've been. People are going to have the foundations of their 3D consciousness totally shaken up in the next year and a half.
Yes,
And
sir.
one of the things, and you know this, my audience knows this. I'm more and more talking about it because we're getting close to next year. And even next year is not even the year of contact, but it's going to affect every single person on the planet in terms of what we're talking about. And people need to have the ability to not, what's the word I want to use? What I'm trying to teach people is to be standing up on their own 2 feet and to go within to the higher self and to start meditating, turn off all these game shows and everything else on TV and start tuning into yourself, which gives you the ability through higher self to tune into your star family. Most people, billions and billions of people on the planet right now, they're not doing it. Now, there's millions and millions of people that are, but still you've got billions and billions, over 7 billion people on Earth that are not yet awakened. So it's going to take the millions of people that are awake, like you and others, to help that neighbor, that person realize there's things coming down the pike here, and they're coming from off planet, and they're coming here soon. Let me help you learn how to do this.
Right.
And that's what we all have to do. That. It's an equal experience. It's a collective effort. No one's better or less than the other person. I'm no better or worse than anybody else. I'm just here doing my background with media and being a contactee. I have a great deal of knowledge where I can help people. I know you can in your local area, and I'm hoping other people, wherever they are, will help other people, because we are the way showers for a new Earth that's going to be coming our way soon. So we need to be on our toes and be ready to help others.
Right. I agree.
There you go. So, Scott, I want to thank you for being here, man. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
You had a great story. It's been beautiful, and I appreciate you coming up here.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right, everyone, let's give a round of applause for Scott, and we're going to let him down gently on the ship here. You know, we don't just beam him down. Hey, I'm Elvis Presley. Oh, I almost had did I just have an Elvis Presley moment? Who gave me that gift? Who was that person? Let me see here. Sandra. I think it was Sandra. Who got that? Sandra, did you give me Elvis? Yeah, she did. The rock star thing. Thank you, Sandra. Boy, I almost forgot who I was there for a minute. Let me see here. So, as we continue on with some great interviews tonight, I want to say hello to everybody out here, wherever you are around the world. It's a Wednesday evening. No, it's actually now Thursday. No, it's tomorrow's Thursday. Man, I'm getting all messed up with the days here. All I can say is welcome to the show. I'm CmdrAleon, your host. I'm host of WESU FM, WESUFM.org, NPR Pacific Radio every Sunday morning with the Cosmic Eye Astronomy Radio Show for 21 years. I am a contactee, so I have had contact when I was a kid, but since then, I never remember anything. I just get the Hey River Blue, thank you. I just get downloads. Some people have better conscious visualization of when they go off planet from the astral projection. Me, sometimes I do, most times I don't. You know, so yeah. Rachel, thank you for the dolphin. And I want to bring up some more people here. If you've never been on the show before and you're watching us, Tiger Lily, we'd like to bring you up. Where's Tiger Lily? No, Tiger Lily was, I tried to bring her up, but her thing was on private, so I couldn't bring her up because she had her setting different. Now, I think Gen X or something, there was some other people here that had some stories. If you have been visited, any positive contact with space people, you can come up on the show. You have to be over 50 followers, over 18, no foul language, no drinking, no drinking, no drugs, no vaping, no smoking, no paranormal, no discussions on paranormal, no religion or politics. Yeah, you can definitely do that. You can move in and out of frequencies if you're elevated in your consciousness. So Jay Diggs TV, watch my show. can you tell me what your story is? And if you're over 18, and a little bit about yourself, because I randomly pick guests on my show, but I need to know what, in a sentence or two, what your story is. And I am looking at people that want to come up here, but I want to get some new folks up here, and then I'll bring back some reoccurring guests as well tonight. But let's see who. If you want to come up, tell me on sentences here in the comment section what your story is about, so I can understand it. Okay, thank you. If you are a troll and you try to kind of fool me, I will block you in 2 seconds. I've had these trolls come up here once in a while, and I will be very quick to the finger. So anyone who comes up here has to be over 18. And again, no vaping, no smoking, no drinking, no drugs, no cursing, no paranormal discussion, no religion discussion, and no politics. If I didn't say it before, no kids on the show either. So let me see in comments who I'm going to bring up here. Let me see. I want a message for Kevin, grocery store parking lot. My background is a professional broadcaster. I've done TV and I've been on radio, NPR radio, for 21 years. So I am a professional broadcaster as well as a contactee. But if you want to come up, I need to have you be over 18. Give me a reason as to why I'm bringing you up. I once got a job by saying, Princess... Starshine, welcome. Johnny Mango, welcome to our show. Frequency, welcome. Supremely Supreme, welcome to our show. And you're watching Encounters right now. So, I want to show a video. Matter of fact, that's one of the things I'm going to show you. This video is from outside of Phoenix, Arizona. I want you to see this. Hold on a second. Let me get it set here. You're going to be in for a treat, folks. This just happened on the 24th. And I'm going to expand the video, I think. Let me see if I want to make sure. Can you see it? No, I'm going to take the screen off here for a minute. All right, I'm going to show you this. You're going to like this. Wait a minute. I want to make sure the screen's just the way it should be. Here we go. Oh, yeah, we're going to make this thing big. This is a Phoenix. This is from outside of Phoenix, Arizona. I'm keeping the sound off on it. Take a look at this. This just happened the other day. Let's see here. This person's driving in the car and then he slows down. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaceships. 4 spaceships. This is September 24th at night. Outside of Phoenix, outside of the city limits, near a reservation area on a highway. Person's driving and the other person's videotaping it. Check that out. I don't show anything but real footage. No CGI. Everything I'm showing you here is real. Now, those are separate ships. They're not together. It's separate. There's like 4 of them. It looks like about 4 bright lights. Check that out. Look at them. Pretty crazy, huh? Now, it looks like there's 4 yet. They're really, if we were up next to those lights, they're huge. Okay. They're huge. Those lights are amazingly huge. Let me see here. Hold on a minute. Give me a second. All right. So we're going to be, we're going to show you, try to show you at least each night I'm on here, at least one or two current spaceship videos that are being recorded from all over the world. It could be coming from Phoenix. It could be coming from the Netherlands. It could be coming from anywhere. We're going to try to show you up-to-date posts of video footage of real spaceships. And everything I've posted on my main channel is all real from people all over the world. None of the CGI garbage or AI garbage. Everything I'm showing you is real. And I'm thinking there's going to be, as the weeks go on, as the months go on, as we go into 2025, I can only imagine what people are going to be recording in the skies above Earth. I think we're going to see a lot of stuff. Oh, Ashley, thank you. I'm going to try to take a look at them. If they're videos, I'll put them, I can put them on my YouTube and I can post them here. Oh, TikTok messages? Okay, I'll take a look at that. And we're at 74.5. We need to get up to 100,000 likes on Encounters, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show. Make it happen, people. Let's make it happen together. Please tap on the screen and look at the top corner. When you tap, those numbers go up. Now, you didn't know that. You have to tap to make the numbers go up. They don't come up by themselves based on who's in the room here in our broadcast. Everybody tap together. We'll get up to 100,000 in 10 minutes. We have 200. Oh, your live is not eligible for recommendation, restricted in search results because it may contain. This is a line in which for submit feedback. Hold on a minute. What's going on here? Uh-oh. Can you see me? Okay. I just got a thing from TikTok telling me that about the video I just showed. No, I'm good. TikTok just sent me a thing. It wasn't a restriction. It wasn't a warning or anything. It was kind of a weird thing on the screen, and I don't agree with it. You know, what's the difference if I show a video of a spaceship on here or have them on my main page? I got tons of video on my main page that are different types of UFOs or spaceships. So that's interesting. The algorithm, you see it often in other lives, yeah. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. I think I'm just going to keep posting the truth and showing people things that are happening. Now, it's interesting. TikTok lets people create AI fake UFO videos and they post them and record them on TikTok. That's okay. But when you show real stuff, that's not okay. Am I, as a professional broadcaster, TikTok, am I missing something here? I think you need to rewrite the script. You know, I will not be censored. I'm a professional broadcaster, TikTok, and everything I do is for educational purposes. I will show the videos because I should be able to show the videos without anything, you know. Yeah, but how are they going to know that, you know? So, you know, they had a thing that said to me, do I want to give them feedback or appeal it? And then the thing, it just disappeared. How am I supposed to respond? Amazing. Well, luckily, our show is pretty well protected. I've only been messaged on my screen once by TikTok and this thing here now. So, not happening. You know, we run a good show here. Not happening. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous, you know. They need to just let people do what they do who are creating stuff that's important and just leave people alone, like myself. So then if I show any UFO footage on here, which I could, as a matter of fact, let me go here and there's UFO footage here. This is interesting. Check this out. This one here I posted. Is this going to go? Let's see here. Now this is posted on my main page. This is from September 4th. Okay. Let me see here. See, this is a video here. I'm going to show you another video here. And let me see here. There's some really interesting stuff. Some of you might have never seen the footage that I'm showing you here, but you will. Now this here that I'm going to show you is pretty big. This here is a spaceship. Hopefully you don't get any slack for this. Oh man, hold on a minute. Let me see where we're going to go here. I'm going to show you something in just a minute. Oh, this is interesting. These are objects being released from another object. Check this out. Plasma UFO ships. Let me see here. I'm going to show you this. Hopefully I won't get another message. Please, TikTok, do not send me messages as a broadcaster. This is for educational purposes only. Educational. I'm going to show you this and see if I'm left alone. So if you're on TikTok watching me, this is all educational. And I'm going to show it right here. Check this out. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Let's see. I think I have it pretty big here. Check this out. This should be, here we go. These are the plasma ship dropping out ships out of it. This is a plasma ship. This one, I don't remember what this was. Check it out. Pretty cool. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Let me just do this here. And I got Missy here, my cat. So I showed that video, nothing happened. So just let TikTok know this is an educational program. So if I have to use the word educational, this is an educational program. And I am a professional broadcaster. And I got plenty more videos, and I'm going to start showing you more things as the weeks go on. We're going to add a video segment to the show. And also, I encourage people that are videotaping around the world to send me your videos so I can look at them, have the date, the location, where the sighting was, but record it. If you do see something you're driving, please pull over, get out of the vehicle, and record steady whatever you're seeing, wherever you are, England, Netherlands, wherever you are, make sure you record. Excuse me. The other thing is send your video footage to me at CmdrAleon at AOL.com. That's CmdrAleon at AOL.com. I'll look at your videos. Give me the date of the actual sighting, the location in general, and some sort of a title as to what you were looking at. And hopefully try to get some really still, without shaking the camera kind of videos, because I know people sometimes get excited and they're moving the phone all over the place. Try to keep it steady and document it. Cat Life says the beings I've seen, and then were blue skin, black eyes, spiderly arms, and legs. Interesting. Yeah, Slay, send also pictures too. Yeah, send me pictures with a location, a date, and time of the sighting of the photo, and I'd love to see that too. Definitely. Because I also will take some of the good stuff and put it on my main page here, which is very popular, and also on my YouTube channel. Let me see here. Oh, they would leave Slamore? Yeah, that's because the beings on these ships, sometimes they don't want to be recorded. I don't know why, but it seems to be the case. We need to buy the auto tappers. We could get you 1 million likes in 2 hours. That's interesting, Ashley. I'm going to pin my email, and I hope people will see it. Let's do this here. And here's my email. Let me pin it. Can I pin my own email? Hopefully you can, right? Oh, yeah. So I just pinned my email. And that's where you would send the video footage or photos of any good UFO photos or sightings you're having. We definitely want to know. For sure. Well, it's getting up to 1 a.m. in the morning. We hit over 100,000 likes. I want to thank everybody for being on the show. You don't see it? That's really weird. How come it's not showing? Huh. So I'm going to actually spell it out. This is really weird. So I'm going to actually put it on my, I'm going to put it on my thing here. Wait a minute. I will put it on my settings. Yeah, I'm going to have to add it to my profile. I'll add the email to the profile page. I was going to bring up one more person. Yeah, I did actually. I set my goals for tonight, which are I haven't even met my goals. I've got 4 hanging lights. My goal is 12. So I need 7 hanging lights to meet my goal tonight. I'm not sure if that's possible. I believe everything is possible. So if I get 7 more hanging lights, I will meet my goal tonight. Paula, thank you for the lights. I appreciate it. And I just need a few more. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Oh, is Cheryl still here with us? If I don't bring her up tonight, I'll bring her up tomorrow night when I'm like fresh and ready to go. So Cheryl, if you're out there, we'll bring you up tomorrow night and try to work with you on what's going on. Just looking at some of the names here. I want to thank all my moderators tonight for doing a great job. And we still haven't hit our goal yet. I've got 5 hanging lights now. I need a few more to go. You're very welcome, Ann Jay. My pleasure helping you out. I'm not sure if Cheryl was on earlier. Hopefully she'll come. I'll get Cheryl. I don't see her in there. Brenna, thank you for the hanging lights. I appreciate it. Every hanging light counts. And as we're winding down, have I written a book, Edie? No. You know what? One of the things I'm going to say, which is kind of weird, is I am the book. So when I think about writing a book, all I have to do is be the book. I have many chapters in my book as in a fully living consciousness. And so usually when people ask me questions, I can go to any chapter of my internal book and open it up without even buying it, which is pretty cool. So I have not written a book. I've been thinking about it for a long time, for many years, but I figure I have all this knowledge here. I might as well just share it on the show. Do I have a work placement for encounters? Write a book for us. Maybe one day. You know, one time I did start to write a book, and then I did like 1 or 2 pages, and I never completed it. But maybe one day I will. When Jay, you say, do you have a work placement for encounters? Can you explain what that is? That I don't know what that is. Leanna, thank you for the hanging light. I appreciate it. That I've never heard that term before. Oh, interesting, Ashley. Okay. And I'm also on YouTube, Ashtar Command Spaceship News on YouTube. That's where all the encounter shows are. This will be on there by tomorrow. So, yeah. Yes, Nicole, I would agree with that. Let's see how things are. I do a lot of multimedia. So, yeah, shadow beings would be bad. Are you having encounters, T, with shadow beings? So, yeah, anyway, I saw one on a ship. You saw a shadow being on a ship. Interesting. Wait a minute. Let me take a look here. T, I want to bring you up for a minute. I think you might be the last interview. Hey, welcome, Star Blazer. Sassy Little Mama, good to see you. Yeah, definitely do a follow-up on a live special would be amazing. So, that's a great idea. If a number of those people are on at the same night, we'll do a follow-up and maybe get 3 or 4 of them to come up at the same time. I like that idea. That sounds pretty cool. Let's see here. As we're winding down a little bit, let me see where we are. So I've got 7 out of 12 hanging lights, which is my goal. And so I need 5 more lights, 5 more hanging lights. And any takers who can take a hanging light and light it up on my screen. Jordan Bell, thank you. Thank you very much for that. Days, thank you. I think we might make our goal tonight. AK, thank you so much, brother. I think we're going to get there. Jordan Bell, thank you. Jordan Bell, thank you again. All right, we did it. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for helping us get there. I think we're going to call it a night tonight. It's been a good show. I'm going to get this on my YouTube channel tomorrow. Watch my YouTube channel, Astar Command Spaceship News. You can watch all the past shows on there. All right, everybody, have a good night and be well. I'm going to get ready for some sleep and going off planet. Namaste. Yeah, Edie, T, I don't know where T is. We'll bring people up tomorrow night when I'm more with it. I'm fading out a little bit, so better to have the commander in full activation mode. We'll do it tomorrow night. Everybody have a great night. We'll catch you later.